Hi, I'm Bill Cherry, and I'm a financial strategist here in Dallas, Texas. For more than 50 years, I operated in the Galveston, Houston area, and I'm very well known there. Um, I'm doing this little video today primarily out of my own personal exasperation with our government. I suspect you're exasperated too. We've got all kinds of stuff going on um, that you can't really control. You can help make them better. And yet we have both our House of Representatives and our Senate that are in bitter arguments over this, that, and something else, none of which makes any difference, quite frankly. What it amounts to is each is trying to embarrass the other. And it's really a shame in a way, because what they're doing is they're using the public, those people who are out of jobs, the business people that need money to operate on, who are not making the sales they were making, and on and on and on, as their pawns. Okay, remember what a pawn is. The public needs a stimulus package very badly. And yet, rather than get the darn thing done, they're playing games with each other uh, to stretch it out so that it becomes a, a deal that is totally for the purpose of helping them win the election. And it's a shame, really, because where we are is really not true that the unemployment is substantially better. It isn't substantially better. People can't go to work. If they can't go to work, they can't make any money. Or if they're out working and they are risking themselves because they have no choice. That's a sadistic way of handling things. So, as it is, we learned that probably, maybe by the election day, there'll be some stimulus package and we'll get some money and whatever else, and nobody knows, and on and on and on and on. The longer they wait, the greater the chances are that we will have a serious recession. And it will begin to be very obvious right after the first of the year. Businesses have no money to operate on, and they have no customers to come in and spend the money to help them have money to operate on. Employees, therefore, are laid off. They have no money to go and spend in businesses in order to help the businesses survive and also to keep other employees employed. That's basic. So what we have now is we have a serious portion of the population that have used all of the money that they had saved. They've used all the money that they can borrow from their parents. They've maxed out their credit cards, and their unemployment insurance is starting to run out. What are they going to do? And your government elected officials know darn good and well that all this is happening. So if you can't make your house payments in a couple of 3 months or whatever else, the lender is at this point in time has to do something about it. So they post for foreclosure. And then the next thing that comes after that is that people start taking bankruptcy because they can't pay all this stuff and they can't deal with it any longer. And we start this whole spiral down again. It's very difficult to recover. The government wants to provide a bunch of money to the states to make up for the taxes that they're not making in sales taxes. Gee, wouldn't it be smarter to give that money to the people that actually buy stuff that produce sales taxes? Years ago, we went through a recession, and I was working in a bank, And one of the things that we did was that we said, this is pretty silly. We don't need to take back a bunch of houses that nobody can buy today anyway. So what we did was we let people add on to their loans, their house loans, payments that were due. So let's assume that you had a 30-year loan. And say you had spent 10 years of it paying on it, which left you 20 left. We would simply modify the loan and take say three of the next payments, add them onto the end of the loan, and you didn't have to make them. When your house was sold, whatever it was, or when you refinanced it, or when you paid it off, or whatever you did, you still had to pay that money, and you had to pay the interest on it. So nothing changed. But the good news about doing it that way is we could do it quickly by modifying the loan. One-page document. No new title insurance. No appraiser coming out and looking at your house. None of that stuff. It was unnecessary. We just modified the loan and added a couple of 3 months onto the other end of it. And it gave you some breathing room. And we didn't have to take back the houses. And it didn't, at the same time, diminish the value of the houses in the neighborhoods where these darn houses were being taken back. Win, win, win. So instead of doing this, we're going down another path, which is to see how much we can strangle the economy. And once you have strangled it enough, you can't turn it around. It has to work its way out on its own. And that can take a year, 2 years, 3 years. Nobody ever really knows. So my quick thought to you is this. Save your money if you still got a job. Don't see how much of it you can spend. Appeal to your representatives to get the darn stimulus type package going, to increase the number of terms and months that unemployment can now pay, rather than to have it cut off at some particular time. And let's see if we can work our way out of this. I'm Bill Cherry. My company is called William S. Cherry and No Company. William S. Cherry and No Company. And what the deal is this. It is William S. Cherry and No Company because I am the company. And when you do business with me, you do business with me, not with me and customers, friends, and whatever else that's out there that I would have hired to, look after things. I'm in Dallas. Nice talking to you. Good luck to you.